The Church of Jesus Christ traces our authority directly to Jesus Christ, the source of all truth. The Lord established His church, and after centuries of church corruption and apostasy, He commanded an angel to restore His priesthood and everlasting gospel back to earth. This took place when an angel of the Lord laid his hands on Joseph Smith and Oliver Cowdery on May 15, 1829. This heavenly authority abides in spirit and truth today upon the ministry called by Jesus Christ in His restored church, the Church of Jesus Christ. We certainly don't see Joseph Smith Jr. as perfect, but he did lead the church until his death in 1844. A vice president or vice chairman naturally succeeds any president or chairman of an organization at their death. Sidney Rigdon was the only active, surviving member of the church presidency at the death of Joseph Smith. Standard practice, accepted church revelation, and church precedent from the time all verify Sidney Rigdon should have led after the death of Joseph Smith. Sidney Rigdon did, in fact, lead the true succession of the Church of Jesus Christ after the death of Joseph Smith. That church continues today through the leadership of William Bickerton and the current ministry of the Church of Jesus Christ, with international headquarters in Monongahela, Pennsylvania. Interestingly, Sidney Rigdon was running as United States vice presidential candidate alongside Joseph Smith. After failing to attract a secular political candidacy, the campaign turned to church leadership. Sidney Rigdon was the natural choice. The church presidency led the restored Church of Jesus Christ from its establishment in Kirtland, Ohio, until the present. Sidney Rigdon presided alongside Joseph Smith for over a decade. In those early years, the church presidency directed the entire church. Sidney Rigdon had hands laid on him by Joseph Smith in 1834 to bestow wisdom and knowledge to preside over the church in my absence. In the absence of Joseph Smith, Sidney Rigdon was officially appointed to preside over the church. While not true today in the Church of Jesus Christ, during Joseph Smith's lifetime, the 12 apostles were subordinate to the church presidency. An official statement from Joseph Smith in 1836 originally reads, "The 12 are not subject to any other than the first presidency," referring to himself and Sidney Rigdon. No historical records dating to Joseph Smith's lifetime suggest anything otherwise. Official church histories from other organizations have added to this statement from the original. Jesus Christ asserted His authority as Messiah to the disciples of John the Baptist by referencing the gifts and fruit of the Spirit of the Lord. He told them, "Go your way, and tell John what things ye have seen and heard, how that the blind see, the lame walk, the lepers are cleansed, the deaf hear, the dead are raised, to the poor the gospel is preached." This authority is demonstrated today in the Church of Jesus Christ. The Church of Jesus Christ certainly makes a case of perpetuation of the gospel restored on solid historical grounds. We wish the death of Joseph Smith did not result in debates, splintering, or desire for power. Only one church today descends from a surviving member of the church presidency at the death of Joseph Smith Jr. While this is significant to us and true historically, we humbly rely on the evidence and fruit of authority demonstrated by the manifestations of the gifts and power of God. In the Church of Jesus Christ, the blind see, the lame walk, the dead are raised, and the gospel is preached to the poor. For this gift and authority upon our priesthood, we praise the source of our redemption, authority, and blessings, Jesus Christ Himself. Amen.